Hi, I'm Emily, love and relationship coach.
And I'm Scott. We're the founders of Love Coach Academy. You know us by now. And we want to talk about where most of the arguments and fights take place in relationship. And that's transition time. When couples are coming back together after he's been off to work, she's been off to work at home, and they get back together. That's usually when there's conflict because they might have different ideas of what they want, and they've also both been in their own world, and it takes time to transition back into connection.
And what happens is both couples build expectations, and this is where it goes down the misery go round hole.
He's like, he's got a whole fantasy of coming home and
Getting sexual connection, being super juicy, and she's
exhausted. She just wants to chill out.
Right,
and,
she wants to snuggle and relax,
right,
and he's kind of really looking for more sexual intimacy. So
right.
there's nothing wrong with the differences. It's just learning to bring consciousness to what you want, and so you can bring it out and talk about it and schedule what you both need to be able to try to work it out so you can get both of your needs met.
What I always suggest is when you're preparing to come back, even if it's just for the day, text each other. Hey, how are you feeling? What's the weather report, within yourself? And what you're imagining for the rest of the evening. And that way, if it's radically different, he wants to come home and have a sexy night out, a sexy night in. She wants to go out to, dinner and a movie. They both have time to adapt and think about it before they actually are together.
Yeah.
So you have time to make that, oh wow, she wants something really different than what I had in mind. And you have time to prepare for the difference so that when you do come together, it's not like an immediate clash and an immediate power struggle.
Yeah. So we recently did this when we were both on trips. Scott went away for 10 days and I went away for 10 days in completely different kinds of trips.
I was in a corporate world. I went all the way to the Ukraine where I was leading a corporate retreat, very masculine, very business oriented. It was cool, first class air tickets and 5-star hotel, but very masculine and very corporate.
And I went to Maui. So, enough said, right? I got a lot of feminine relaxation, felt very alive, felt very open, did a lot of dancing, beach, relaxation. And so we recognized, whoa, these are two completely different environments that we've been in. And we have different desires or maybe imaginings of what we need and what we want when we come back together. So we literally scheduled 3 days?
Yeah.
3 days of transition time before going back into our routine of really slowing down and reintegrating together. And it's what set us up for success.
Yeah, because otherwise, it could have been a real disaster because I had been giving a lot for 10 days.
Yeah,
and the travel was really hard and I never got my sleep and, I was exhausted and I hadn't had any gentle connection. I hadn't had any feminine connection at all. Mm-hmm. So I was really ready for really diving into connection. She, on the other hand, had been dancing every day and on the beach and having lots and lots and lots of connection with her girlfriends and dancing. So her social and connection needs had been really well met, whereas mine hadn't.
And I want to be really vulnerable here and transparent is that I actually had a little bit of a judgment of Scott that he was maybe a little bit more needy of connection than I wanted to give. Mm-hmm. And it was really important for me to notice the judgment and really breathe and go, oh wow, let me step into Scott's world. He literally hasn't had any feminine connection at all, pretty much, while he's on this trip. And it allowed me to soften the judgment and kind of really step into Scott's world and really open my heart so that I was like, wow, I want to give him this connection.
And she did. It was beautiful. She took such good care of me. So, we're blessed. And, we share this with you because
we want to help you.
We want to help you. And, this is our world. We spend all day either with clients or talking about clients, talking about relationship. What have we learned? What are we learning together?
Yeah. What doesn't work? And then how can we actually create a solution so that we can get more of what we want?
So we love hearing from you. Give us your comments. Let us know how do transition times go for you and if this video is helpful.
And how can you make the next transition time with your beloved or with your partner or even with a friend even more harmonious?
Thanks for listening.